This is Linda Ferguson and
Karen Nelson Bell.
And welcome to Platinum Prime Podcast, the podcast where we share with you our tips for living a Platinum Prime life, which means being the best that you can be in the last quarter or the later quarter of your life. So, might not be a quarter, it might be way far longer than a quarter. Overtime. There you go. That's right. No timeouts, only overtime. Okay. And today we are talking about a subject that Karen laughingly suggested, and I loved it because I think it covers many people that we know that we count on as friends. And that is in the aging process, aging gracefully or aging disgracefully, the big debate. So that's our topic today. All right, so since you suggested this topic, Karen, why don't you start out with the subject itself and what gracefully versus disgracefully actually means? What does it mean?
I heard the phrase aging disgracefully from a person on Facebook who has, that's what her page is called, Aging Disgracefully. And she's probably in her 70s, and she does acrobatics and strange, wild moves with her husband, like supporting her on the beach and her doing, I don't know, wild stuff that she can do because, I don't know, maybe she was a yoga teacher or a dancer or something. So she's aging disgracefully because she's doing things that aren't expected from a person in their 70s. So I think that I'm probably aging disgracefully because when I'm in the health and wellness space, and that super senior is my brand, and I'm trying to say, yeah, we could all be super seniors. And I come across people routinely that say, I'd rather age gracefully. I earned every wrinkle. Let them come. I'm going to accept age as a part of life, and that's that. And I think to myself, I'm fighting it every step of the way. And I think that's disgraceful because I want to maintain my vigor. I want my marbles. I want to be able to not be a burden to anybody when I'm a senior. I am a senior. I forgot. I forgot for a minute.
Good.
When I become a senior, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. Not the government. I don't have any family to have them for me to be a burden to, but I don't want to be a burden to my friends. I want to be self-sustaining, and that would be disgraceful because you're supposed to shut up and be quiet and sit in the corner and eat your oatmeal. And I can't do that. So that's, I guess that's what, I didn't think this through all the way, Linda. I didn't think it through but do you think I'm aging disgracefully? I think so, maybe.
Absolutely. Utterly disgracefully. Every moment of your life is disgraceful. So here's actually the thing. So aging gracefully means aging in a way that society expects. We're going to talk women since that's what Karen and I are, but it could be any age. Just going into your senior years, being demure, kind of now backing off how you were in your wilder, younger days. So that's gracefully. So you're elegant, you're wearing small little flowers, things like that.
Pearls.
So happens to be that I do know some people who absolutely are aging that way, but by and large, today, it's very acceptable for 70 to be the new 50 or even 40, which means society is okay with us just kind of still being slightly wild and doing wild and crazy things, which we both do. Karen's like, she's over the top always. I am a much more I have more of a corporate job, so I gotta dress it up.
I am totally willing for somebody to say that I'm eccentric. And I think it's one of the privileges of getting, I'm 81, and one of the privileges of being 81 is that I have an excuse for being eccentric. I was eccentric all my life, but being eccentric at 81, they just kind of go, oh yeah, well, she's a little eccentric. And I'm
She's
not
older.
I'm definitely not conservative, that's a fact.
And people don't pat you on the head like you're an old lady or anything, right? They wouldn't dare. If someone came and patted you on the head as if you were an old lady, what would you do?
Smack them, I guess.
That's exactly.
I
I
can't
totally
even
would.
couldn't begin to imagine that happening, not for a minute. It just couldn't happen.
I totally just go, what do you think you're doing? Back off. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely not going to do it. So I have seen women that are older that really, they've exceeded their expiry date for wearing mini skirts and
great thought. Yeah.
booby dresses and things like that. They're very disgraceful. Yeah, we're not in that category.
No, well, let me give you two examples of some extremes. First of all, there are places on the internet, on social media, where you can go and you can see women in their 80s and 90s, much older than me, especially in the upper East Coast of America, dressed in outlandish fashion, and they delight in I think they're taunting people, and they'll use foul language and say things and do things just purposely for shock value. Maybe it's for clickbait. I don't know if they even know what clickbait is, but that's one example.
Oh yeah, they do.
Sylvia, do they know what clickbait is?
Oh, totally.
Oh, that's so funny. Well,
the behind the scenes people that are running those campaigns do it on purpose, and it's hilarious because it does get a lot of eyeballs. But we like these ladies anyway.
Well, yesterday, my friend Sylvia and I, we play music at senior citizen homes, and we play for four different kinds. We play for rehab units. We play for assisted living, which is people that just need a little assistance. We play for memory care. Memory care is a whole nother thing. And we play for independent living. So yesterday we were playing at an assisted living facility, but it was very, all the people there were pretty sharp. They weren't, we had a lady that was 92, another lady 94, another lady 97. Quite a few people, because I always ask the audience, I say, who's older than me? I'm 81, who's older than me? Well, one of the ladies, she's 92, and she danced. She said she used to be a dancer in her youth. I think she might have been a stripper because she danced every dance, but she was very sexy in how she danced. And the whole audience just loved it. And there came a song where sometimes I'm playing piano and sometimes we use what's called tracks, which my iPad plays the music, because certain rock and roll songs don't sound right with just piano. They need drums and bass and guitar and this and that. So she was dancing. So I got up and I danced with her, and I imitated everything she did. And it was the most fun. And the audience was like crazy for it. And then came up afterwards. They had the best time. They just loved it. And there was another gal. She was younger though, and she was aerobically dancing every single song. She danced very energetically, aerobically. So I love this, that we're consciously saying, no, I'm not going quietly. I'm not going quietly. I'm not going. I'm just not going.
Absolutely. I second that one. So here are some experts or people who we look up to. Society looks up to them. They, in quotes, know. But Ashton Applewhite is an ageism activist. That's quite a title. I'll bet you he invented it.
Am I an ageism activist?
I don't know. Do you want a title? You want that title?
No, but I just was curious. Maybe
I think he made it up. But who cares?
Yeah.
It's a good title.
Yeah.
Ageism activist, meaning He's getting the topic of ageism in front of others and really putting some attention on it and then taking action to improve that. He says graceful aging is basically social compliance. Yeah, we don't comply anyway. So it's being quiet, resigned, and content with being sidelined. No. Disgraceful aging is authenticity, truth, and community. And I think of that statement, authenticity really resonates the most with me because in reality, both Karen and I are over 60. Karen is over 80, okay? But have you changed? Are you a different person now at 80 than you were when you were younger?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good, better, worse? What?
I think better.
Good. So are you more authentically yourself now than you were when you were younger?
I don't want to be glib and answer you too quickly. Say that again.
Are you more authentically yourself now than when you were younger?
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm any judge of it, to be honest. I might be a little
Really?
too close to the subject. Well, our favorite subject for most of us is ourselves, right? It's a very, very interesting topic. It's an interesting topic to me, and I'm not sure if I can evaluate it correctly, but I think I am more authentic because I don't feel as constrained by what is expected from me. Because I was expected, for example, to in show business, the bigger the boobs, the bigger the paycheck. So I got bigger boobs. And at some point, I realized that they weren't healthy, and I removed my bigger boobs down to just normal boobage, and I think that's more authentic. And I'm okay. I can't even believe I even said that because my former self was very secretive about it. And even in the early days when I was 21, 22, and we had to have big boobs, there was no such thing as surgery. So you stuffed things in your bra, and that's how you got big boobs. And I'm more authentic because, like, oh, okay, well, here they are, and take them or leave them, or don't take them, or don't leave them. I don't really care. They're mine, and so I think that's more authentic, and I think I'm more honest. I know in my youth I didn't have a real good concept of I didn't have a real good concept of personal responsibility or personal ethics. And I don't I was I didn't have the notion of the fact that helping others was incredibly important. I did have the concept of lifting people up with music. I did have it always from the get-go, but I didn't really have it and didn't feel like a humanitarian or anything. And I think through the years I have become better. And so if more authentic, I'm going to say yes. So the answer that was a very long way. Listen,
Okay.
we don't go over these questions beforehand. She doesn't prep me and say, here's what I'm going to ask you, Karen. So
it is so true.
I gave you way too long of a answer to a simple question, but the answer is yes, I'm more authentic.
Okay, good. And I can easily answer that yes.
Okay.
So my reasons for answering yes, authentic means real. It means it's the real deal. So it isn't me being a CEO. It isn't me being something else. It isn't me acting the way that I expect people expect me to act, which isn't real. With age comes wisdom. And you really have an opportunity to try on all sorts of different beingnesses, who you want to be. Is that really you? Is it someone else's expectation of you? And I think as you get older, you become much more comfortable with who you are, your authentic self. For most people, I think that's true, good or bad. You may not be as happy with yourself as you hope to be. But the very cool thing about authenticity, when you embrace it, is you can always improve it. You can always take where you find yourself right now and disgracefully going forward, just wildly and with passion, create the life that you want. So, what does aging disgracefully, what does it really mean? And Karen and I have touched on a few things, but I'm just going to say in one word, it's doing the things you love unashamedly. Now, I mean, if you love doing things that society frowns on, you might actually unashamedly might be considered a thing. But, you know, if you like putting ketchup on your oatmeal, then do it. If you like wearing paisley because that has always made you, taken you to a happy place, wear paisley all day long. Be the person known as the paisley person. You would just fight with Prince over at Paisley Park. There you go. So with that in mind, unashamedly doing the things you love and not really caring what society thinks about it, what are some of the things you do, Karen, that you love doing and you don't give a flying fig if society approves of it or not?
No. You get to ask the questions and you always make me go first. You answer.
Yeah. Well, so here's me. I love jewelry. I love wearing jewelry. Jewelry more than outfits. So I will pick an outfit based on the jewelry I want to wear for the day. And that's not so much an age thing, but it's been me for a really long time. And so I have like a closet that has more jewelry in it, and not expensive jewelry. I mean, some of it's expensive, but most of it's not. But a lot of it's just wild and kind of crazy stuff. And what am I wearing today? I'm wearing a see-through shirt. You can see through it. And, oh, well, damn it. You can't see through my clothes? God, why did I even get dressed? No, but because it goes... It goes with my jewelry. That's the point of what I'm wearing today.
How did I not know this about you?
I don't know, but I'm telling you now. I just decided the other day, I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
Yes, I have clothes. I don't actually like going shopping that much, so I don't go shopping that much. Rarely. But I love getting jewelry, so there you go. And I have things from high school still. I think these are like maybe 30 years old, something like that. I know,
Wow.
fun, huh?
Yeah.
And every piece of jewelry has a story for me. When I look at it, there's a story attached to it. So anyway, that's my thing. It's not disgraceful, but it is authentic to me. And that's what I got to say. So
you kind of inspired me to say, well, today I have on a Deadpool t-shirt. Let's see if I can show you my Deadpool t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Deadpool t-shirt. I got it at the dollar store. And my friends really are, they've probably given up by now. All my friends, especially including my one friend who is a fashionista, and she's dressing me and making me look much nicer. She would be horrified if she knew I was doing a podcast in a Deadpool t-shirt from the dollar.
I'm horrified. A Deadpool t-shirt. Why? Oh, why? Now, why do you like it?
I like t-shirts. I can't help it. I just do. And I save t-shirts from different experiences, that I'm probably never ever going to wear again. I have a t-shirt from Aruba, and I have a t-shirt from this company. I used to be with a company that specialized in anti-aging. Isn't that funny? My first ever company that I was really active in specialized in anti-aging, until the FDA came in and said, you can't do this because it's too effective. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. but I still have a T-shirt from those days, and I'm loath to throw it away. I can't part with that T-shirt. It's too big for me. It's a company that I'm not associated. I'm not disassociated, but I'm not with the company anymore, and I can't throw that T-shirt away. So that's part of being a disgraceful senior, is that I don't want to dress the way you think a senior should dress.
Good. Yes, it's true. You don't. You definitely are a standout in just about any room you're in for one reason or another, which is wonderful. Okay, so what we're talking about is there really is a case for aging disgracefully versus aging gracefully. And there's a psychological reason. And I use the word psychology advisedly, but when you're authentic, when you're real, when you're actually just paying homage to yourself and who you really are, you feel better. It's like you look in the mirror and you go, that is me. Whatever you're looking at is, if you approve of it, you approve of it. That's wonderful. And out in public, if you are acting just in a way that, you feel comfortable with, you're happy with, that's good, versus walking into a room and getting all shy and embarrassed and I better not act this way, or better not be that way, or better not talk to those people because. So anyway, we have tips. We have tips for you on how you can find your true and authentic self. Age in a way that you embrace. And that is as far as dressing, acting, activities that you take.
So we endorse disgraceful versus graceful. We are proponents, advocates for disgraceful, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right. So I have one little story, and then I'll tell people how they can get our handy one-page How to Age Disgracefully tip sheet so that you too can join our clan of disgracefully aging friends. We like it. I have someone he's a very special guy in my life. I love him tremendously. And he's had a rough time as far as finding the right woman for him. So here is an example of graceful versus disgraceful. He finally meets someone, and she's delightful. She's just a delightful, funny, witty kind of a woman. But she's way older. She's way younger than he is. Way younger. And so who has the consideration about it? He does. He's just like, it'll never work. She's too young. She's too young. She's telling him, don't worry about it. I adore you. But so again, he got over it. They are a couple. They're very, very cute. But just being out in public, he wouldn't bring her to one of our parties. We had a murder mystery party that you came to because he said everyone there's so old and it's too soon for her to be shocked at my older friends. I said, okay. So anyway, we went out to lunch. I cussed up a bunch. She was I like her, and things were fine after that. And I'm sure they'll come to parties in the future. But it is just that. It is live your life authentically. Live your life embracing the real you. Do not cave into what you think society wants you to be, or how you should act, or what you should do. And you, my friends, will live what kind of a life, Karen?
A disgraceful, authentic life.
And a platinum prime for life.
Wait, don't be done, because I want to tell you something. I just spotted something.
Yeah. Okay.
You and I, coincidentally, both wore our hair down today.
Yeah.
And women over 50 are not supposed to wear their hair down. They're supposed to put it up in a bun or do something that's less, I don't know, less something.
Youthful.
You know what I mean?
Yes, less youthful.
less youthful, and not, um, your hair down is usually thought of as more sexy.
Okay.
And you don't want to think of old people as sexy. That's gross. Ew, sexy.
Sorry.
But I'm not saying that my hair down makes me sexy at all, because I don't think so, but it's the way I happen to wear my hair today. We're not supposed to. So I thought that was very funny that we were defying expectations. Just accidentally we wore our hair down. We're not supposed to wear our hair down. Did you know that?
Absolutely. Yes. My hair looks much better down than it does up. So there you go.
I think mine looks better
That's
up.
my consideration.
Well,
You like yours up better? Yeah, it looks good up.
I think it looks better up myself.
Yeah, it looks very elegant. I like it up too. But I like it down too. You look good with your hair down. Okay, so outrageous, disgraceful, absolutely. All right. So, y'all have a wonderful week. We will see you in a week. And until then, live a platinum prime life. Bye.
Hey, everybody.